My name is Yuval Dvir. I work for Google, where I had the online partnerships of Google Cloud. Google Cloud is basically built out of G Suite, which is the smart applications that power a lot of organizations today, and GCP, which is the building blocks, such as data storage, compute, and whatnot. Prior to that, I worked at Skype in Microsoft, so I've got a career in technology, but very much on the business side of it as well. Well, I think we're in a situation today that employee satisfaction becomes as important, if not even more important, than customer satisfaction. And that's why, you see almost a correlation between employees that are engaged in the workplace, that are having fun with the workplace, and good customer satisfaction, which eventually leads to better business, revenue, and whatnot. So much so that it begs the question if there's almost a causation between the two. And that's why making sure that employees are engaged in the workplace, that are happy there, and not just in terms of perks, but the overall satisfaction, that they're challenged intellectually as well, that they're having the freedom and openness to speak up is critical nowadays, and there are a few reasons for that, anywhere from advancement in technology, the uncertainty and the change in the workplace, and all those reasons together bring the fact that leaders and managers today understand that motivating their employees or putting their employees first is critical in the workplace. Yeah, so we're a technology vendor, so we're the crossroads of digital transformation. We're helping organizations change and transform, adapt new technologies that eventually are disruptive technologies, but we're trying to minimize the disruption in their operations. So I guess that the top three things are basically ensuring that we embrace also the people side and not just the technology side, because technology is only as good as the people implementing it. It's ensuring that we're comfortable and we have the leaders that are comfortable with uncertainty and change, which is abundant nowadays through the new technologies and the disruption that we're seeing. And I think those two aspects, along with the fact that we're trying to find out what are the business needs that are required of the technology, are the three elements that are key. So it's very much the technology, the people, and the business. And those three together make up a digital transformation, and a successful one. Well, employee benefits, rewards, and different sort of perks in organization, I think are merely just one aspect of employee satisfaction in the workplace. I think I would argue that beyond that, or even more than that, it's important for an employee to have a manager or a leader that believes in them, provides them the coaching, a career progression, and having a job that's intellectually challenging, rewarding, and have the people around them that they like to work with. I think way more than having a free meal or nice perks, that's more important to the employees. That's what keeps them engaged, and that's what keeps them longer in the organization. I wouldn't say loyalty, because I wouldn't necessarily call that loyalty, because it's a two-way street between organizations and employees. But I think those are some of the aspects we're going to touch. It's less about the specific perks or benefits, but more about the culture of the organization, the culture of the leadership, how leaders approach team members, how they approach people managers as well. And nowadays, one example is that nowadays you see to be a people manager is a mandatory milestone in your career progression. I don't think that should be the case. I think it requires, to be people leader, it requires certain skill set. Not everyone is equipped for that. The whole idea is to find the right balance between the different and diverse skill set that people bring to the table in order to build a team that would work best. So I think creating those environments, creating those high performance team, and being very attentive to the different and unique and nuances between different individuals, we are eventually very different, is key for employee engagement, satisfaction, and eventually benefits in the workplace. So we're seeing a lot of tech trends. I mean, we could start with the obvious one, which is data. There's just a whole lot of data out there. We're having more sensors. We're measuring everything, and all that data, brings about the big data and the fact that we're bombarded with information that our mind cannot possibly cope with it. And that brings a few more technologies such as cloud, right? Why have all the information stored on-prem in your office and maintain and administer that when you have companies who are specialized in that and provide you the best tools possible in order to take advantage of it, of all that data coming in. So cloud data, mobility, mobile phone is becoming the way of communication. We see applications and interactions and different sort of ways that we can use our phone from money and interactions and otherwise. And of course, all these technologies together, the cloud, the data, and mobile, bring together something that, not a new technology, but a technology that has been in hibernation for a while, from the 50s, and that's artificial intelligence and machine learning. The fact that we have a lot of data, everybody takes a lot of photos and videos primarily, unstructured data, is hard to analyze, and the fact that we have it right now, and we have that technology, which fits together very nicely, machine learning with analyzing of video and images, that brings a new technology to the workplace, a technology that wasn't available before that for organization. And from that, new possibilities can come in, new business models, new ideas, changing in the way people work in the workplace. So all that is also changing because there's some stuff that machines are really good at, and there's some stuff that humans are good at. And we need to, as I mentioned before, having the right balance between finding the right roles for machines and finding the right roles for humans and building those teams together. That's, I think, best for the future, for the organization, for the employees, and I guess for society as a whole. So I think we need to be very open to change, open to technology. But I think the key word, and throughout the questions I've raised it, is balance. On every situation, we need to find the right balance. It's true for leadership because certain leadership styles would work in certain situations. You can't have the same leadership style that would work all the time. So having the right balance between technology, embracing it, but also with your business and the people. So just embracing cloud without knowing why you're embracing it, or if you're using AI without knowing why you're using it, or having no business objective in mind, is useless. AI, machine learning, is relevant for any sort of industry, but it needs to be properly structured. It needs to solve a certain sort of problem or issue or potential in any organization. And then if you build it through that, then you have success. So being open and ensuring those three aspects have a proper balance between them in every possible situation: technology, people, and business.